start over. Okay. Hey. I don't know, my hair is weird today. I don't know. Okay. Hey, I'm Nightmare and welcome to my mess. And in today's video, in living in a Filipino household, we're going to talk about growing up as a girl versus as a boy. Cause let me tell you, I'm so passionate about this topic. Cause oh my god, the sexism. Oh my god. And since it's March, Women's Month, we're going to talk about this because I'm so passionate about this. So yeah. Okay, so we talk about Filipinos as parents. Now, based on that, we're going to talk about Filipinos parents towards their kids, because they raise their children differently based on their gender. Because, for example, in my family, I'm a girl, and I have a brother, so we're two genders and we're raised differently because man is given the freedom. Meanwhile, girls are restricted. I'm going to explain this because my parents raised me very, very strictly, very, very restricted. Meanwhile, my brother was free to do everything he wants. He wants to go out, go out. He wants to go to a party, go to a party. He wanted to sleep over in my cousin's house, go. Meanwhile, I wasn't allowed to go out of the house without them. I wasn't allowed to sleep over in any of the houses besides mine. I wasn't allowed to go to party, and I'm still him. And I wasn't allowed to go out whenever I like. So yeah, boys were given the gift of freedom. Meanwhile, girls were protected, restricted, etc. You see the anger, right? Okay, and you will just like, but why? Cause they see woman as a fragile person who can get pregnant easily. That's weird, cause boys can get someone pregnant too, you know? Okay, the girl gets pregnant, but the boy get someone pregnant. So I don't see the reason. I don't find it. I think it's weird. It's a weird reason, but let's get back to Filipino mentality, because I think they protect woman, girls, because they are the ones who will take of their kid and everything, you know, the woman thing, the being a mother, uh, keep the house clean, cook, everything, you know. That's what I'm saying about Filipino mentality is stuck in the 90s. Please, please, we are in the 21st century. Majority of girls doesn't want to get even have kids, and I'm one of them. cause, cause you know, as I said, I was raised with a lot of restriction, and I wasn't allowed to go out with my friends. I wasn't allowed to sleep over in a different house that wasn't mine. So yeah, it was hard, and I think that's where my anxiety came on, cause you know, in school time, well, you can say I got out of the house, I can go out alone to go to school and get back home alone, and then that was my freedom. That's why I love to go to school, because I was out of house. I was out of the house because my house felt like a trap in that time. Now I just don't care. I don't even leave my room, so yeah. Okay, let's get to the topic. So yeah. But then summer vacation came, and since I didn't have anywhere to go, like school, that it's like written by law that I have to go, then I will spend, I can say, a whole month, 2 weeks in my home without getting out of the house, because my parents worked, so I just left alone in the house. And I was like, you know, the time when I was alone in the house, I wouldn't care. I just feel good, because I like to be alone, you know, because I can do whatever I want, like singing in the living room with the music blasting off, dancing, you know. When I'm alone, I feel free. Even if I'm in the house, I feel free. But then when my parents come home, I just feel trapped. I feel like, well, I felt like you know, the security cam is there. So it was like a prison to me, cause my mom was the security guard looking at, and I am the prisoner. Cause I felt like that. I felt like a prisoner at that time. And more, I felt it more when I moved to this zone, but we were in a different house. We lived not in the first floor, but in like a base floor, and the windows has this bar that looks like a jail. So whenever it was summer, I felt like prison, like, because I wasn't allowed to go out. So if I felt trapped, I felt, you know, that's where I think my anxiety, I felt my anxiety more, and where my anxiety got worse, because I felt like a prisoner. And in that time, I remember that I came with the thought about, I'm a prisoner um of a action that I didn't do, you know, like those people who goes to jail but they were innocent, you know, because um my mom and my father raised me like that, because she got pregnant by, I think, so soon, and she doesn't want me to follow that path. So that's why she was so protective of me and strict, and didn't want me to go out. So I was in that house, I felt like I was paying for something I didn't do, because that's basically what I did in these years. I'm paying for something that I didn't do, because I don't blame my mom. I know, I get her reason, but I'm paying for something that I didn't do. That's the truth. It hurts, but that's the truth. I'm paying for something I didn't do, because I didn't do it, because I wasn't even born in that time. You know. um so yeah, that's when she got my brother. So yeah, that's why she was just strict with me, and I wasn't allowed. Meanwhile, my brother was free like a unicorn. And I remember I always felt so jealous of my brother because of his freedom. Like right now, my mom allows me to go out, you know, sometimes. But I still doesn't feel free. I don't feel free enough. I feel I don't feel as I felt in that time, but I don't have that freedom that my brother had, you know. But I'm okay now. Cause, you know, I think the problem about being strict is that when whenever you say no to a child, the child wants to do it more. And at that time, I just wanted to go out, not to my friends, no, just go out, just breathe, you know. But then now that I'm allowed, I'm just even lazy to go out. I just want to go to stay here in my room and play Sims all day. But yeah, because I have the option to go out, but so I don't have that feeling of just I have to do this because I'm not allowed to. So you know, I think teenagers have this personality of seeing where the limit is. You know, you put this limit, I want to go further to see what happened. But I was a good girl. And I follow my mom, and if she says no, then I will say what she says. I going to say that it came to a point that whenever they invite me somewhere and I know I wasn't allowed to go, I will say yeah, I will ask my mom. Next day I will come and say, oh well, my mom said no, but I didn't even ask because I know she will say no. So I just like save that uh angry face and angry tone. So yeah, say problems. What I was thinking at that time was, because I was scared of my mom, and I still am. It's weird, but yeah. I think majority of the kids in Philippines are afraid of their parents. That's why they follow them. Because Filipino parents are rare. I don't know, but you know, back then, because I was scared, so I just dream of the day I become free, and that's why I like to write stories, because in there I can do whatever I want. I'm free. I can write a character that is free. So yeah, well, we're going out of topic again. So yeah, the thinking of I had in that time to keep me going was the word of my mom saying, when you're 18, I'm going to allow you to go out. She didn't lie, but when I got when I was 18, I don't know. I was allowed, but every time I ask her to go out, she got angry. You know, she allows me, but she allows me with an angry tone. And I don't know about you, but whenever I went out with my mother being angry, I just didn't enjoy that moment, because I felt like when I go home, she will just be angry at me. So I didn't enjoy it. So I was out, I was out, but I was scared to go home, because in my mind it was like, oh, she's going to be angry at me. So I didn't enjoy the moment, and that keep going until I started going to therapy. And I think that's when my mom realized that I'm depressed and anxious, and she went more easily for me. But the fact that it had to come to that point to go to therapy for her to realize that that I'm not okay. It's sad, because in the Philippines, I just think of the Filipino daughters who can afford therapy, whose parents don't understand what mental health is, because the Philippines mental health is weird. It's a topic I will talk about in another video, because there's a lot of things I have to say, because yeah, that's a Filipino daughter. If you are born in a Filipino household and you're a girl, I pray for you, because majority of parents, they protect, they are strict of their daughters, because that they don't want them to get pregnant at their early age. But you know what? When I was a teenage, I was mature enough to know what is wrong and what is right. And I know, because I'm sure I knew myself back in that time, and I knew I was mature enough. I knew I wasn't going to follow my feelings, so just, you know, because I think Filipinos parents forget that their kids are slowly creating their mindset, their values, their, you know. And I think majority of Filipinos kids are, they know what's wrong and what's right, and I don't know, it's just trusting them to, you know, it's trusting that you raise them right, you know, because that's when you see if you raise them well or not, to see if they um make mistakes or not. And even if they make mistakes, then they will learn from it, you know. It's part of life. So yeah, being a Filipino daughter is so difficult. Well, Filipino sons has their problems too, because they're expected to be the men of the house, so they're more like strict about their studies and them become successful because they will be the providers of their house, you know. So they have this pressure of becoming that man, the man of the house. But as I said, they have their freedom, because they are strict too with the daughters. I don't know, for me they were strict too with the education. That was my parents' priority, studies. um so yeah, to my brother and I, studies was priority. You have to be successful, whether you are a woman or whether you were a man. You have to be successful. But I know majority of that's my case, but majority of Filipinos, they are more strict towards their sons to be successful, because they are the ones who will provide for their families, be the man of the house. But they will they have the gift of freedom, you know. Even though they have pressure, you have the freedom. Meanwhile, the others, they have the pressure and not freedom. So yeah, that's guess it's sad. Guess that's in my case. For example, I just think of the daughters in back in the Philippines, because I'm glad I was raised here in Spain. So I have this mentality mix, you know. I have this Filipinos values plus the Spanish values, and I just think that that created the most amazing thing for me, because values of the Philippines is, like I said, so stuck in the 90s, so stuck of that, of woman being so seen as so little. Because yeah, I'm going to talk about this in the next video, because like I said, March is Women's Month, so we're going to talk about a lot woman. So yeah, to my Filipino fellas, to the boys, just if you want to be successful, follow your dreams, even if you're failing. If you fail, even if your parents don't like your path, because you're the one who's going to work for it for the rest of your life, then at least choose something that makes you happy, that brings you joy, you know. Don't go to a path that parents thinks that will make you successful just to follow them, because in the end you're going to be the one who's going to work toward this path, because your parents in some day they will die, and you will be you will still be there working on something that you don't like. So just choose something that makes you happy, that brings you joy, that you like, because whenever you like something, you like to do it, and you don't feel the pressure to do it. You don't feel the, oh, I have to do this, oh, and so so yeah. To the daughters, I pray for you and your mental health, as well as the boys, of everyone. But daughters, I think you're mature enough and you have the thinking to choose your path, to know what's wrong and what's right, to be free, and to not be scared of your parents, because I know the feeling. That you're more than everything your parents thinks of you, because you're not only meant to be a stay-home wife or a wife even, or a mother. You got to be whatever you want. If you want to be an independent woman without marrying and without having kids, go for it. I know sometimes think I want to be just the rich aunt. But my parents doesn't like it, but it's my life. I get to choose it. I get to choose whatever I want. I'm the one who is get married. I will be the one who has to bring a child to this world. So it's my choice. It's my right to choose wherever I want to do it that way or not, because right now I just want to be the rich aunt. So yeah, that's it, Pansit, and I see you in another week. I said week, well, video. Peace out. And Women's Month. We as women are enough, and we are equal as men, and we can do everything we want. So yeah.